Welcome back, everybody. We are back with another UFC event, second one of the year. UFC 325, Alexander Volkanovski taking on Diego Lopes in a rematch. But starting off, we're going to cover the early prelims, work our way up the card. I'll give you my picks and what round I think or what method they can win by. But the first card on the early prelims is Aaron Tao versus Namzrai Batbaya. This is a flyweight fight. Aaron Tao, he's got good stand-up. I've watched some of his fights back. He's good on the feet. He's good with leg kicks. He's good. He's got solid combinations. He has a decent scramble ability, but really he just hasn't fought good enough competition, in my opinion. I think if he kept it on the feet, he has a chance of finishing or winning a close decision against Namzrai. But I think Namzrai, he has a much better ground game. He has the ability to take the fight to the ground. He's got a really good ability to take the back and land damage from full mount. He has the ability to finish with ground and pound as well as submissions. I think if this fight gets to the ground, Aaron Tao's in a lot of trouble. I think it's going to be if it's going to be a close fight on the feet, with Aaron Tao just being slightly ahead on exchanges, Namzrai Batbaya can definitely win the round back for himself by just getting it to the ground for even a minute or two. So yeah, I think Namzrai, he has a better chance of winning this fight by decision. Or he has the ability to finish Aaron Tao with a submission, probably a rear naked choke. But yeah, I'm picking Namzrai Batbaya to win this fight by submission in probably the second or third round. I think Aaron Tao has the ability to keep it on the feet for the first round at least and have some success in round two. But past that, I think Namzrai is just going to get it to the ground and finish the fight there. I don't think it's going to go to a decision. If it does, it's probably going to be a 29-28 decision with Aaron Tao winning the first round, coming off better in the exchanges on the feet. So yeah, that's who I think is going to win. Namzrai Batbaya, second or third round submission, or 29-28 decision. Moving on, Sulan Grangbo versus Lawrence Liu. I definitely said one of those names wrong, but Sulan Grangbo, he hasn't really beaten any good opponents. He quite often wins by a KO or a TKO, but Lawrence Liu really hasn't shown that he has a weak chin. He's only lost a competitive decision while pro. Yeah, I think he fought better competition. He's come out on top. He had a split decision with a guy who was 2-1 when he was 3-0. So that's really not a bad loss for him. Sulan Grambo, he's not better on the feet. I don't think he's likely to finish Lawrence. I think he's going to lose a 29-28 decision. Having a decent round, at least winning one round. I think he's going to tire out and gas out, though. I think Lawrence could finish him. I think he could catch him and put him out in round three. So I'm looking at this fight. I'm going to look Lawrence Liu to win a 29-28 decision or catch him put out Sulan Grangbo in the third round. I don't think Sulan Grangbo really has anything for Lawrence to worry about. So yeah, I honestly don't really see him winning this fight. Moving up the card, we have Kichiro Nakamura taking on Sebastian Zazali. Sebastian, he's got good stand-up. He's really good at staying elusive and staying out of range. He's kind of got like a karate style. He's able to land kicks from the back foot and counters with his hooks and his straights while moving backwards. He does have good exchanges in the pockets as well. He's quite safe. He's got good takedown defense and a good, decent clinch game, able to land knees and elbows from the clinch. So I think, yeah, Kyucho has beaten decent comp. He's lost to a fighter with good ground game, but that's about it. He does have a decent chance of putting Sebastian out on the feet, but Sebastian really hasn't shown that he has a chin to be worried about. He's good at maintaining distance. I think he's going to frustrate Kiichiro and win like a 29-28 decision. He's going to have a good second and third round. I think Kiichiro is going to come out blazing in the first round, try and get the finish quickly. But I don't think he's going to be able to finish Sebastian Cesale. I think Sebastian Cesale does win a 29-28 decision. I don't think he has the ability to finish Nakamura, but it's going to be an exciting fight. It's going to be a banger. Yeah, I just think Sebastian's going to prove experience over Nakamura. I think he's going to be able to keep the fight where he wants it and control the flow of the fight and really just not allow Nakamura to land that big damage that he's so used to landing. I think honestly this could end up being like a Tepe Andre Puliev style fight, but obviously the way I see it going is with less knockdowns from Nakamura and more success from Cesale. So yeah, I think Sebastian Cesale is going to win this fight. I think he's going to win a 29-28 decision. And yeah, moving up the card, Kim Sung-wook versus Don Marthan. Kim Sung-wook, his only way of winning that I see is of him dominating the fight on the ground and finishing it there or winning a decision. But Don Marthan has the ability to keep it on the feet. He's only lost a good competition, and he's beaten Jae Hyun Park, who Kim has actually lost to. I see Don Marthan winning this fight by decision. I think he's going to keep the fight off the ground, and he's going to stop Kim from really getting anything going in this fight. I think he's just going to win a technical striking match. I think it's going to be probably a 30-27 scorecard. I don't think Don Marthan, apart from small moments, is going to have any success against him. I don't think he's going to do enough to win himself around with his ground game, if he can even get it to the ground. But yeah, so I think Don Marthan is going to win this. I think he's just the better fighter. And yeah, I don't really see Kim Sung-wook getting this fight done. Moving up the card, second to last on the early prelims, Khan Offley versus Yi Jia. Yi Jia is going to win this fight. He's either going to beat Khan Offley by a TKO in round one or a decision after dominating the fight on the feet. Khan Offley hasn't really beaten any good competition. His only win is Ricardo Romas, who's 1-5 in the UFC, whereas Yi Jia has lost to Gabriel Santos, who's also fought good competition within the UFC. So based on the experience of Yi Jia and the fact that he's beaten better comp and only lost to comp and fighters who I think would beat Khan Offley, I think Gabriel Santos would beat Khan Offley in a fight, and I think Yi Jia could beat Khan Offley as well. He's got better technique and he has the ability to put Khan Offley out, whereas Khan Offley does not have that ability. He's shown he can be stopped in fights. He's shown that he can't win those decisions. So I think Yi Jia is going to get this fight done pretty easily, honestly. I think he's going to win an easy dominating decision or a early stoppage in round one. But yeah, I don't think Khan Offley is really UFC level. Yeah, I think the only reason they've kept him is because he's from Turkey and they want to bring in someone from that market. But yeah, I'm taking Yi Jia in this fight. I think he gets it done easily. Moving up the card, final fight on the early prelims, Jonathan Mikalev versus Oban Elliott, the Welsh gangster. Oban was on a hot streak in the UFC, 3-fight win streak. Then he lost to Seokyeong Ko, who's good. He's 9-2, I believe. He's on a streak himself. I think he's 6 in a row at the moment. He's doing well in the UFC. And I think that's not really a bad loss for Oban Elliott. He has proven he's got the grit and the toughness to take it to a decision and to win the later rounds. And I don't think Jonathan Mikalev, I think Oban Elliott's going to be a bit too much for him. I think he's going to control the fight, keep it where he wants. I don't think he's really going to take too much damage in this fight. I think Jonathan Mikalev has a chance to pull off a decision win if he can get something going early. But really, I think Oban Elliott is just going to take this fight and win this one and get himself back in the win column. Yeah, I think he's going to win a 29-28 decision here. I don't see him stopping, TKOing Jonathan Mikalev, but I do see him being able to control the fight on the feet, and yeah, just being able to win a decision over Jonathan Mikalev. It's definitely going to be a close fight, though, and I'm not too confident in this pick to be sure. But yeah, I'm thinking Oban Elliott's going to get this one done. Moving up, we are now at the prelims, and the opening for the prelims is Jacob Malkoon taking on Torres Finney. I'm going to take Torres Finney to win this fight. He's had a lot of close fights. He's undefeated. He's on a streak. He's beat Cam Ralston, who's a decent middleweight. Torres Finney, I just think, has shown that he can pull a win out of the bag. He won a split decision in his last, I think, 2 fights ago. But yeah, I think Torres Finney can beat Jacob Malkoun in this fight. I think he can maybe get it to the ground and win with a ground and pound there. But if not, then I think he's going to win a 29-28 decision. I think Jacob Malkoun is going to have a hard time getting him off of him. I think Malkoun could have a good first round against him, keeping it at range and outstriking him. Torrance Finney built like a bit of a tank, quite short and stocky for the division. But yeah, I think Malkoun could have a good first round against him. And then past that, I think Torres Finney is going to take over with his wrestling and keep this fight on the ground, win himself a 29-28 decision, or TKO Jacob Malkoun with some ground and pound. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think this fight is going to be the most exciting one on the card. But moving up, we have Cam Ralston taking on Cody Brundage. I can't pick Cody Brundage to win a fight. He's a really low-level middleweight. He's 11-7. He has not had much success in the UFC. Cam Ralston's on a hot streak with a 5-fight win streak, 2 knockouts, 2 submissions, and a decisive decision. But yeah, he's proven he's good all around, whereas Cody Brundage has kind of only proved that he can get finished by any decent middleweight. So yeah, I think Cam Ralston wins this fight, either a first or second round. KO TKO, I don't think Cody Brundage has any chance of winning this fight. Yeah, I'm taking Cam Ralston all the way. Yeah, I think this is going to be a good fight for him, put him on a 6-fight win streak, and yeah, get him going in the division. He lost to Torres Finney, but that was a decision on the Dana White's Contender Series. Since then, he's gone on that 5-fight win streak, and I think he might get, if Torres Finney wins, I think he's going to ask for that rematch, and I think he beats him this time around. Moving up the card, we have Junior Tafa versus Billy Alicana. I don't know how Junior Tafa is still in the UFC. He's 6-4, an abysmal fucking record. Billy Alicana, he's only lost in the UFC to Bogdan Guskov, who's another 15-ranked guy, and who just had a really good fight against Jan Blachowicz. So yeah, I don't think Billy Alicana is going to have too much trouble against Junior Tafa. I think he's just much better competition than him. I think he wins this fight on the ground. I think he submits Junior Tafa, or he wins like a boring decision where he just kind of holds him on the ground and Junior Tafa can't get anything done. I think Junior Tafa might have like a moment of success, maybe land a little bit of damage, but other than that, Billy Alicana getting this one done. He's going to submit Junior Tafa in the first or second round, or he's going to win a boring decision over Junior Tafa. Junior Tafa, honestly, I think after this gets cut from the UFC, he's trash. He's shit. Yeah, he doesn't really have a chance of winning this fight, in my opinion. But moving on, we got the main card. We got Quillan Salkeld versus Jamie Malarkey. Aussie on Aussie here. This is definitely going to be a banger. I don't think Jamie Malarkey wins this fight. He hasn't really showed an ability to finish a fight. Quillan has. He's just coming off that Fisher's head kick KO against Nasrat Haqparast, and he of course finished Anshul Jabli. I think Quillan puts him out of this fight. I think he knocks him out in the first or second round, or he wins like a 30-27 decision where he has big moments against Jamie Malarkey where he nearly finishes him, but Jamie Malarkey manages to scramble and survive. But yeah, I don't see Jamie Malarkey having much success here. I think this is going to be a Quillan Salkeld domination, and then he's moving, and then I think he's going to get a top 15 shot. So yeah, I'm taking Quillan Salkeld to win this fight. He's either going to get a TKO in round 1 or 2, or he's going to win a 30-27 decision. Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be a banger of a fight. Moving up the card, we have Tai Tuivasa taking on Talison Teixeira. Tai Tuivasa on a 5-fight losing streak. Talison Teixeira he just lost to Derek Lewis. That was rough. Got TKO'd in the first round in like the opening 30 seconds, I think it was. Or definitely the first minute. But yeah, I think Talison Teixeira, I think he's got this fight. I think he can win this fight. I think they've given him Tai Tuivasa because they know that he's not going to get grappled, like if they gave him a Volta Walker or something like that. But I think Carlson Teixeira, he looks in better shape than Tai Tuivasa. He's a lot taller. He's got a 5-inch height advantage, and I think 8 inches of reach advantage. I think honestly he's going to have a very Cyril Gane performance, but with an earlier stoppage. I think he probably puts out Tai in the first or second round. Tai really just hasn't shown. He just gets finished early. He got finished early pretty easily in quite a few of his last fights. He's been submitted. He's been knocked out. He just really doesn't have it in him anymore. I don't think he got finished by Jairzinho Rosenstruik. Oh no, he didn't. He lost the decision to him, but he got finished with a submission by Martin Tybura in the first round last year in 2024. Alexander Volkov finished him with a submission, and Volkov really doesn't have the best ground game, to be fair. Sergey Pavlovich TKO'd him within a minute. Yeah, I don't see Tai Tuivasa winning this fight, sadly. I like Bam Bam. I think he could have a little bit of success. If he is going to win, he's going to finish Talison Teixeira the same way that Derek Lewis finished him. He's going to catch him early, drop him, and pound him out for the win. But if Talison Teixeira keeps his fight at range, stays out of danger like Cyril Gane did, really, I think he's going to have a lot of success here, and I think he finishes Tai at this point in his career. I don't think his chin is the same as it used to be. I don't think he can take those big power shots at heavyweight anymore. And yeah, I just think Carlson Teixeira is going to win this fight. I think Tai is going to be on a 6-fight losing streak. He's going to fight an unranked guy next, or he's just going to get cut from the UFC. But yeah, Carlson Teixeira, I'm taking him to win this fight first or second round. TKO. Tai has a small chance to put Talison out early, but that's it. I think Talison can target the body. I think he can mix it up. I think he can win this fight on the feet decently easy. And yeah, I don't think this goes all the way to a decision. I think Talison Teixeira just puts him away, and that's how the fight goes. But moving up, we have Rafael Fiziev taking on Mauricio Ruffy. This is going to be a banger of a fight, I think. Rafael Fiziev has proven that he is a top lightweight. He's beat Ignacio Bahamondes recently. He lost to Justin Gaethje, but he was having some success in that fight. He's number 9 ranked in the division at the moment. Mauricio Huffy coming off a loss to Benoit Saint-Denis where he did get fraud checked. But Fiziev, he had a close fight with Gamrot until he got TKO'd on the ground. He beat Rafael dos Anjos, he beat Riddell, or Matt Riddle. He beat Ignacio Bahamondes. I think Mauricio Ruffy just doesn't quite have what it takes to keep the distance against Fiziev. I think Fiziev can close it up and land good shots on him and put him out. I think Fiziev honestly probably finishes him in this fight in the second round, or he exposes Mauricio Huffy's ground game even more. I don't think Huffy... I think Fiziev's got a better ground game than Huffy. I think if he wanted to, he could probably win the fight on the ground. He took down Justin Gaethje. And we saw how Justin Gaethje handled Paddy Pimblett on the ground. So, yeah, I think Fiziev is going to win this fight. I don't think he really has many problems. I think Huffy could catch him on the feet if he gets into a flow state, but I really just don't have much hope for him in this fight. I think Fiziev gets this done. I think he either wins a decision or he has a small chance of putting out Huffy with some ground and pound in the second or third round. But yeah, I'm going to take Fiziev to win this fight by a 30-27 decision. Huffy might have some good moments, but I really don't think he's going to have too much success. This is his first fight out of the Fighting Nerds gym. And yeah, I don't know, I don't have too much hope for him. That fraud checking against Benoit Saint-Denis was bad. I don't see how he recovers from this. Yeah, I don't think he wins against really anyone in the top 15. I think Ignacio Bahamondes could win against him in the unranked areas of lightweight. I think Manuel Torres could beat him. But yeah, sad to say, but I don't think Huffy's winning this fight. I think he's probably going to be out of the 15 after this loss. And yeah, I'm going to take Fiziev to get this fight done. Moving up the card, we got Dan Hooker versus Benoit Saint-Denis. This is going to be a banger of a fight. This is going to be amazing. I can't wait to watch this. Both of these guys, this is like another BMF matchup almost. Dan Hooker, tank of a guy, had absolute wars all throughout his career. He just came off a loss to Arman Sarukian. He got submitted after taking a decent bit of ground and pound in that fight, which is a bit worrying for him. But Dan Hooker, really tough guy, really good on the feet. I think if Benoit Saint-Denis says, I want to bang this fight out on the ground, on the feet, and it's a 5-rounder, well, it is a 5-rounder, but I think if Benoit agrees to bang this fight out on the feet, and he doesn't take Dan Hooker down, I think Dan Hooker has a chance of winning this fight. I think he can pour it on in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round if it gets that far. And yeah, I think he can. I think he can survive early. I think he can survive the first 2 rounds against Benoit Saint-Denis. That being said, I think I'm going to have to go with BSD to win this fight. The ground game threat is just too much, man. I think, honestly, if the fight does go to the ground, I see it happening in a very similar way to what Arman did to Dan. Yeah, I think BSD can submit Dan. I think he can lay a bit of ground and pound on him and maybe finish him that way. But yeah, if this fight gets past the 3rd round or gets into the 3rd round, I think Dan Hooker's chances go up significantly. And yeah, Dan Hooker, definitely a live underdog in this fight. I would not be putting money on either of these guys. It's going to be a banger of a fight, and this could be a close one. I think Benoit Saint-Denis could get caught like he did against Dustin Poirier. And, Dan Hooker, I think he could get finished like he did against Arman. But yeah, so I think Benoit Saint-Denis, if he wins this fight, he's going to win by stopping Dan Hooker before the 3rd round. And I think if Dan Hooker wins this fight, he's going to win by finishing Benoit in the later rounds or having a comeback win with a decision, winning the rounds 3, 4, and 5 for a 48-47 decision. But this is definitely going to be a war. This is going to be an exciting fight. I can't wait to watch this. Yeah, and I think the winner of this should definitely take on the winner of Max versus Charles for the BMF belt, because that would just be exciting. But finally, moving to the main event, we have Alexander Volkanovski taking on Diego Lopes in a rematch. This is Volkanovski versus Lopes 2. Diego Lopes, an underdog in this fight. I'm going to take Diego Lopes. I'm going to take the underdog. I think he has improved since the Volk fight. I think he has learned a lot since the Volk fight. And I think if his team is smart, and if he has, really showed that he's learned a lot in this fight, I don't think he can win this fight from dominating Volk on the ground game. On the ground. I think Volk's too good for that, but I think he can win this fight on the feet, man. He dropped Volk in, was it round 3 in their first fight? He just... Diego Lopes has that dog in him. He's always going to be dangerous. I think if it comes to it, I think if he mixes in body kicks and head kicks, he can do well against Volk. I think he can put Volk out. I think... Really, Diego Lopes has an opportunity here to show how much he's learnt since that Volk fight and how much he's improved. And yeah, I think Diego Lopes, if he does win this fight, he is either going to finish Volk earlier in the fight, round 2, round 3. If this fight goes to a decision, I'm a bit worried for Diego. I think he can win the first 3 rounds, but I don't think he wins round 4 and 5 against Volk. So I think if Diego does win this fight, he's either going to stop Volk early, or he's going to do enough in the first 3 rounds to secure himself the win. But, Volkanovski is a really hard fight, man. And once he gets in a rematch with you, once he has figured you out from going 5 rounds with you, he can be really hard to get right in that rematch. Like he showed that against Holloway. Some people say he lost the second fight. I think he probably won it. But but then he had that third fight against him and he dominated them in the trilogy. So yeah, I think Volk is definitely not to be counted out here at all. Yeah, he can definitely win this fight by decision. He can definitely take over the fight and keep it where he wants it to be. I think he can avoid the danger of Diego Lopes's ground game. I think, yeah, this is definitely going to be a hard fight for either of the winner. This is definitely not going to be an easy fight for either of them. If Volk does win, I see him winning a 48-47 or a 49-46 decision where he stops Diego Lopes from really getting anything going, or manages to pull back the third, fourth, and fifth round against Diego Lopes. But I do want to take Diego Lopes in this fight. I do want to say that he's probably going to stop Volk in the first or second round, or he's going to win a decision against him based on the earlier rounds and not the championship rounds. But yeah, so those are my predictions for UFC 325 coming up this weekend. Make sure you drop a like, comment, let me know what you thought, let me know who you're picking, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I'll do a recap on the event, might do some other fight breakdowns in the meantime, but yeah, really, really looking forward to this fight, to this card. See you later.